One of the most important presidents in U.S. history, Theodore Roosevelt, was known for his bravery, compassion, and work to protect the environment. From shaping national parks to inspiring the creation of the teddy bear, his legacy continues to influence and inspire. He's even on Mount Rushmore, that great monument, with Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and yes, Theodore Roosevelt. He was the youngest president ever, at age 42, and he became president by accident. He liked his job as governor of New York, where he had a lot of power and authority and was making a lot of changes. He was asked to run as the vice presidential candidate for William McKinley, who was president at the time. At first he said, "No way, I don't want to be vice president. It's too boring. You don't get to do anything as vice president." But he was eventually persuaded to do so. He and William McKinley won the election. But William McKinley was killed within a year, making Theodore Roosevelt president in 1901. He helped end a war between Japan and Russia by negotiating, which is one of the things that made him famous. The Nobel Peace Prize is the highest honor that can be given for promoting peace in the world. Among the things he cared most about, though, were parks, animals, and the air. He once said that protecting the environment in this country could not be more important. Roosevelt set up the United States Forest Service, 150 national forests, and 51 federal bird reserves. Many of the places we visit today where animals can roam free, birds can be protected, and people can't build are because of Roosevelt. Someone brought over a bear tied to a tree while he was on a hunting trip because they couldn't find any animals. They said, "Hey, Mr. Roosevelt, here's a bear to shoot as part of this hunting trip." This may be the most famous story about Teddy Roosevelt that people still tell today. Theodore Roosevelt looked at the bear tied to the tree, and he said, "I'm not going to shoot that bear tied to a tree." After hearing that, the owner of a candy store decided to make some stuffed animals and call them teddy bears. That's how the name came about. It was based on Teddy Roosevelt.